What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement. We're back here in the basement for a review of the GWS Giants versus my Brisbane Lions. Before we get into this disgusting game, subscribe, bell notice, like button, drop your comments down below. Again, let me get your perspective on this as well. Now, if you guys watched my Anzac Day review of the Collingwood Essendon game, you found out then, which is the same case today, my app is not working very well. I cannot get the match replays. I'm in touch with them. I've contacted Watch AFL app. I've contacted them. They're working on it or what have you. I just cannot. It freezes or it just doesn't play. And yesterday's draw, I really wanted to see that. This here, I watched the highlights and read up a little bit so I can give you guys something. I'm kind of glad I didn't see this. Kind of glad I didn't see this demolition, this disgrace of a match. Now, it wasn't a disgrace for the Giants, but for the Lions, what a disgrace. What an absolute disgrace to the season, 2-5 now, and a disgrace in the second half of this game. It is a disgrace. Now I'm calling it for what it is. I mean, I have the box score up here. Not being able to see this game was a gift. And I like to bring it to you guys when I watch the whole game, because highlights don't tell the whole story. I can only imagine how much worse the story is for the things that wasn't in the highlights. Right? Because there's always things going on in the game that don't all make the highlights. Key moments, key plays, times where guys just out of position and a key score happens. We could start a whole reign of scoring. Things like that, you know. Cheap shots, little hits here and there, something to make momentum swing in the game that they don't show in the highlights. You don't get the feel of a true game through highlights. And you know the type of fans that just watch highlights and act like they watch the whole game. Everybody knows people like that. If I don't see the game, I'm admitting to you, I couldn't see the game because the app isn't there. But I didn't like missing the first few rounds with you guys, so I'm here. And by next round, next week, everything better be rectified because I like to at least watch the Collingwood games and the Brisbane Lion games and any big matchup that we have going on. So I'll do the Lions first. You know what? Let's do the Giants first. Let's do the Giants first. The Giants. How about that Darcy Jones, huh? This kid is something else, and he has that really cool charcoal and orange helmet. This kid looks like he might be something special. He had 2 goals yesterday and 15 disposals. He is like, when I saw the highlights, this kid is lightning fast, Johnny on the spot, and the things that I've been reading about him, wow, this kid is taking off. They have a lot of good young players on the Giants. I did read here, though, that Sam Taylor, Toby Green, and Stephen Congilio, they weren't even playing. Now, I remember them from last season when the Giants made the big run and get back in to their season and show that they are a formidable team. They've lost 9 of their last 10 without Green. 9 of their last 10 without their captain, Toby Green. The Lions said, whoa, hold my beer. That's okay. We'll take care of that. We'll help you out. I mean, this game, the first half was really good. First half looked tight. Charlie Cameron, of course, scoring 2 goals. Cam Rayner scored 2 goals. Lions fell apart after that. The Giants just dominated them. Look at that third quarter, 32-2. 32-2. At the end of the second half, at the end of the first half, it was 52-44 Giants. That's when Andrews tried to clear out. They had that little mess right in front of the goal, and Andrews tried to clear it out. It landed to Kelly. He got the mark there, free goal right at the siren. Boom, going up 52-44 when it should have been 46-44. That's neither here nor there because the Giants came out in that third quarter and steamrolled the Lions. Steamrolled them. We have a thing over here where a lot of teams in our sports, when they're the runner-up in the Super Bowl, NBA championship, Stanley Cup final, or the World Series. A lot of the times, that team just disappears the next season. That's what the Lions look like they're doing. Has he lost the team? Is he talking to empty ears in the locker room? Is that what's going on? That's what we call it here when guys just aren't paying attention anymore to his philosophies, his game schemes. Has he lost the locker room, basically? Is that what's going on there? What happens to a team like the Lions? Since 2019, they have finished in the top 4 on the ladder. They have been the team. Their window was there. It's been 5 years. They have been one of the best teams in footy. And I've only been watching it for a year, but I do research. So they've been one of the top teams, finishing in the top 4 for the last 5 years. I couldn't get that out. Why? Because we're in the basement. That's why. It doesn't get lowered in the basement. I can't get everything out on point. So, and then they finish as a runner-up the preliminary round. Now you want to fall off the map? Now the window slams closed? Now you're going for draft picks? I know McInerney's not there and Ashcroft should be back by midseason, but even when Ashcroft got hurt, the team still made some incredible run last year. What's going on with this year? Give me some insight, Lion fans. Give me some insight. This is a disgrace to be what they are. I do the tipping in a group here, and it's really cool. I love doing the tipping, and I went with the Giants this time because I went with the Giants. And you know what? I confidently went with the Giants. Confidently. I usually don't like picking against my own team, but I'm trying not to get the wooden spoon in that tipping. So I have to start picking against my heart. I don't know what's going on with this team. Here's another interesting point I saw. There's about 6 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Ricciardi's goal for the Giants made that 8 out of the last 9 goals were scored by the Giants to that point with 6:07 left in the third quarter. 32-2. Two behinds. This is a championship team? This is a team that's had the run? This is a team? This window is closing fast. What makes it with teams that have the window, hey, they have everything to do it right now, like my New York Rangers. Boom. They have everything to do it right now. They finished number 1 overall. That's called the President's Trophy in hockey. Number 1 overall. Last year, now I'm going to kind of squeeze this in. You guys know I do a lot of hockey and footy together because contested possessions, the turnover of the ball, turnover of the puck, it's all the same thing. It really is. It's 2 different sports completely, but the concept is the same. And the chaos and the hitting and being Johnny on the spot, knowing where you're at, knowing where your teammates are at, that is where the similarities there. And the contested possessions are insane because hockey switches so fast, footy switches so fast with possessions. So a lot of similarities. But my team last year, 2 years ago, our head coach, Gerard Gallant, former head coach, took the Rangers to the Eastern Conference Finals, which is the last round before you get to the Stanley Cup Final. We lost to the current, at that time, Tampa Bay Lightning, the current back-to-back defending champions. Okay, that's understandable. This team's going to their 3rd Stanley Cup Final. Okay, that's understandable. The next year, we lose in the first round to a young New Jersey Devil team, very young. They didn't even make the playoffs this year. We have an experienced team that lost. What did they do? They fired their coach because we have a team that can win now. Gerard Gallant was 56 games above 500 in his 2 seasons with the Rangers. That's amazing, and he got fired. Why? Because he wasn't making the proper decisions at pressure times during games. He wasn't making the proper in-game transitions during those games. Is Chris Fagan doing the same thing? Are they holding on to a guy that cannot win with a team that should be winning now, should have already won? The Rangers said, see ya, dude. Thanks for the 56 games above 500. Great winning record. Great resume. You could be a head coach somewhere else. No problem. We have a team to win now. We bring in this other guy, Peter Laviolette, that's been to 3 Stanley Cups. And what do you do with the same Rangers team? Got number 1 overall. Number 1 in the league. And now we're up 2-0 on the Washington Capitals. I'll be live tonight doing that game, or in the morning for you guys, at 7 p.m., and we're going to go up 3-0 on them. Our team is dominant. We have all the pieces right now to win it right now. The Lions have the team to win it. They don't have the unity. They don't have the coaching. They're just not listening to each other. There's a lot going on, and I don't know what the hell it is. I want to see these whole games. Hopefully, guys, I can bring it to you next week. I wanted to jump in here, at least give you guys something. When we look at this ladder, and we'll finish on this. Looking at this ladder right here, Geelong back on track. Geelong back on track after having an off season last year, after winning the premiership 2 years ago. Back on track. They're fully healthy. They got a lot of their players back. That's what killed them. The Giants, man, we all saw it coming last year. We all saw it coming. Sydney's always right in it. Melbourne, Portland. I call them like the Portland Trail Blazers. That's an NBA team. The Power. That was funny. Carlton Blues, always right there. Look at them winning 4 out of the last 5. So you have a lot of teams. Essendon making that move. Remember last year's predictions, Essendon Bombers were supposed to be a wooden spoon candidate, and they were really bringing it. And Collingwood in 8th. How many people love that, right? I said it in my last video. I say it again. The Bulldogs. How do you all tip the Bulldogs, man? I just don't know how to figure that team. They're right where they were last year, in 9th. Right where they were, just outside the window. They're a lukewarm team. I never know how to pick them. I just don't know how to pick them in the tipping. When I pick them, they get annihilated. When I don't pick them, they win. I don't know how to pick them. They're just hot and cold every week. They are a weird team to tip. I don't know what to do with them every single round. Anyway, guys, and of course, picking up the rear, the North Melbourne Kangaroos. I will never pick them, like, ever. I mean, I think they won 3 games last year, right? Then they win 2-0, and then they didn't win till like the last game or something like that. Whatever. It's not even worth talking about. Sorry if you're a Roos fan, but that's just where we're at. Guys, next round, next week, I should be back fully watching full games and giving you guys full reports instead of these. I hate doing highlight reports. I really do. I got to read, and I got to go off highlights. I like talking about the things that were not on the highlights. Anyway, guys, I'm just rambling on right now. Subscribe, bell notice, like button, drop your comments down below. Let me know your opinion about what the hell is going on with the Lions. And is the Giants really the team to beat? Are they going to be the team to beat? Can they actually do it all? Let me know what you think on that. I'm Johnny Basement. I'll see you on the next video and drop in on my live streams. I'll be live tonight for the New York Rangers versus the Washington Capitals, and we are going to steamroll right through them. I'm out.